Just about set for game number 2 here in the USCAA Division II women's basketball quarterfinal round. Rob Longo with you for the 5th-seeded Penn State Beaver Lady Lions against the 4th-seeded Johnson & Wales College Wildcats. One team has already made it through to the quarterfinals. That's Lehigh Valley, Penn State Lehigh Valley. 88-85 winners over Warren Wilson just a few moments ago. As we get ready for this one. And controlling the opening tip is Johnson & Wales. Moving left to right to start this one off in the home white uniforms. Gold numerals outlined in black trim with the blue trim down the sides of the uniforms. Going to work right away is Anisha Hankerson. Double teamed, it doesn't matter. First basket goes in favor of Johnson & Wales. Penn State Beaver in the row navies. Almost a charcoal gray color. White numerals. As it's Alexis Cross slicing across the middle. 10 to shoot for the Lady Lions. Get your starters here in just a moment. 4 to shoot. Long 2 on the way. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Johnson & Wales and Kayla Kent. She's one of the starters for the Wildcats, along with Bianca Covington, Chase Muhammad, Jada Morgan, and Anisha Hankerson. Covington in the front court trying to find Hankerson. It's poked away. Gets the board, though. Falls. Able to keep possession, though. Muhammad's 3. Off the mark, no good. Morgan with great position. I should say Hankerson. Hankerson with 2 quick ones. Starting 5 for the Penn State Lady Lions, coming in at 22-5 overall. Diamond Thomas, Alexis Cross, Jemiah Chambers, Emily Keener, and Cheyenne Lopez, the starting 5 for the Lady Lions. That pass into the corner, no good. Thomas with the turnover. Just a little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Baseball pass off the hands of Covington. Pass down by Penn State. Open 3 look for Cross. She nails it. Alexis Cross with the first bucket for Penn State Beaver. It took 2 minutes, but the Lions are on the board. On the drive, a foul called on Lopez. Lopez first, team first. And it's a shooting foul. So Morgan goes to the line for a pair. Able to make the first. Jada Morgan, an 80% foul shooter on the season. Coming into today. Averaging close to 7.5 points per game. Can't get the second one to fall. And the offensive board by Kayla Kent is no good after she can't control it. Into the corner. Cross works it back up to Keener. Tries to float one to Lopez. It's plucked away. Lots of contact, and a charge is called on Kayla Kent, her first personal, team first.
Johnson & Wales fouls on number 21, Kayla Kent, her first, the team's first.
Cross in the front court. Lopez has position on the block, finally gets it to her. Kick out to Cross. She chucks up a 3. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound almost pulled down by Jemiah Chambers. Instead, it's a held ball that ensues. Winner of this game faces the winner of our 4 o'clock game, which is between top-seeded Villa Maria from Buffalo, New York, against Penn State Fayette. Long three. It's good. Cheyenne Lopez
For Cheyenne Lopez.
hits about a third of her shots beyond the arc. She's able to get that one to fall. Penn State Beaver with a quick 6-5 lead, all of a sudden off a couple of threes. Lopez gives it up before she travels to Diamond Thomas. Slows it down, cross court, extra pass from Cross. Long two, just inside the arc, rattles around, no good from Jemiah Chambers. Johnson and Wales holds and controls. And a foul. So it'll be Thomas picking up her first personal. Team foul number 2. Still 6:26 to go in the first quarter. Johnson and Wales coming in 16-8 overall on the year, 6-2 in EMAC play. That is the Eastern Metro Athletic Conference. Johnson and Wales located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hankerson cross court to Muhammad. To the block, a floater around the rim, no good. Hankerson able to pull it down. She puts up a jumper. That one's short off the mark. Good box out there, and it's Penn State Beaver basketball. The Lady Lions from Penn State Beaver, 22-5 on the season, 13-2 in PSUAC play. Penn State University Athletic Conference. Cross, ball fake. Goes to the middle. Hesitation move by Keener, and it's Lopez driving baseline. Another held ball.
Held basketball, possession, Johnson and Wales.
First substitution of the game, it's going to be Michaela Wormer, freshman, for the Lady Lions. She checks in for Jemiah Chambers. Penn State Beaver with only 3 reserves on the bench. Johnson and Wales usually goes about 10 deep on the other side. Reckless shot, no good. Hankerson using the body, but she's called for the charge. Hankerson picks up her first personal, team foul number 2. Alexis Cross quickly across midcourt. Sub waiting to come on for Johnson and Wales. And that one thrown out of bounds as Keener thought Thomas was going to zig when she ended up zagging. Justice Wallace checks in for Johnson and Wales. 5'9" junior from Concord, North Carolina. This one flipped far side to Muhammad. She chucks up a 3, no good. Hankerson trying to save it. Her foot's on the line. 5 minutes to play, 6-5. Penn State Beaver leads it. They'll take us to a timeout on the floor. Out of the timeout, Penn State Beaver basketball, 6-5. The Lady Lions leave it over 4th-seeded Johnson and Wales. Rob Longo with you. Game 2 of quarterfinal Monday. And a travel called on Alex Cross in the front court. Justice Wallace to inbound for the Wildcats. Johnson & Wales breaking the press of Penn State Beaver. Awkward angle on the floater, no good. Cross pulls down the rebound. Open look three, nothing but net from Emily Keener. Penn State Beaver leads at 9-5. All 9 points coming off three-pointers. Covington holds. Shadowed in that 2-3 look of Penn State Beaver. That one's no good. Hankerson able to clear everybody out. She's got 6 early ones. So through the first 4+ minutes of the first quarter, it's been Anisha Hankerson versus the three-point ball of Penn State Beaver. Stop and pop in transition. That one's flush from Jada Morgan.
Wildcats, Jada Morgan.
So Morgan and Hankerson, the only 2 players on the score sheet so far for Johnson & Wales. Cross slicing into the lane, no good on the rattler from Cheyenne Lopez. There's another stop and pop, that one no good from Chase Muhammad from 15 feet out. Covington comes away with the ball and she's able to step around a few defenders.
For the Wildcats, Bianca Covington.
Covington with her first 2 points. Now it's an 11-9 lead for Johnson & Wales. Rolling to the basket was Warmer. Can't get the roll though. In the front court, Muhammad holds. Trying to find Jada Morgan. Morgan flips it cross court now to Muhammad. Attacking the 2-3 zone and gets a foul called on Emily Keener. That'll be her first. That'll be 2 foul shots as well. That's team foul number 3 with 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Muhammad at the line this season, a 77% free throw shooter. Can't get the roll on the first. So Chambers checks back in for Penn State Beaver. Hankerson's going to get an extended rest with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. And it's Brianna Walthall who checks in for Johnson & Wales. Muhammad gets a second to follow, and she'll get subbed out for Kayla Kent.
Coming in for the Wildcats, Kayla Kent.
Alexis Cross jogs it across midcourt. Finds Chambers. Chambers with a drive to the hoop, no good. Tries to get her own rebound. It's tipped around and last touched by Jemiah Chambers. 12-9, Johnson & Wales leads. 2:22 to go, first quarter. Winner of this game faces either top-seeded Villa Maria or Penn State Fayette in the semifinal round, I should say, tomorrow. Those games will be at 1 and 3, and a travel is called against Kayla Kent. Winner of this game plays at 3 o'clock. Penn State Lehigh Valley already into the semifinals with an 88-85 win over Warren Wilson just a few hours ago here in the main arena on the campus of Penn State Fayette. Alexis Cross's 3 is too short, but Diamond Thomas is there for the rebound. Can't get the putback to go, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for a pair. It'll be on Justice Wallace, the foul. So her first, team foul number 3. And Thomas at the line for the first time today, a 67% foul shooter. At the line for 2. Can't get the first to fall. Thomas averaging 17 points a game for the Lady Lions this season. A Pittsburgh native from Carleton High School. The alma mater of former Steelers coach Bill Cowher. Second one on the way is good.
Diamond Thomas makes one.
Thomas on the score sheet. The first point that Penn State Beaver scored, that was not via the three-pointer. Good deflection. Thomas comes away with it. Races to the block, and it's blocked. Gets her own rebound, though. She's got 3 points, and we're even at 12. Back and forth first quarter. As Johnson and Wales able to break the 2-1-2 press. And a great play by Covington to go through the lane. Racing the other way with the Euro step as Thomas can't get the roll. Here comes Johnson and Wales the other way. It's Covington once again. She tries to pass it this time, but not popping out on a play was Jada Morgan. So Chase Muhammad's going to check back in, as well as Anisha Hankerson. With 1:20 to go in the first quarter. 14-12, Johnson and Wales leads it. Trip to the semifinals on the line. Long two, misses everything. We'll call it a pass to Alexis Cross, but she can't get it to fall. Warmer has it stuffed, but his last touch by Johnson and Wales. 61 seconds to go in the first quarter. Thomas on the baseline. Finds Lopez in the corner. It goes back up top to Michaela Warmer. 5 to shoot, a long three. Nothing but net. Michaela Warmer hits the three ball. Three ball is hot for Penn State Beaver in the first quarter, and Hankerson steps out of bounds. Libby Thomas checks in for the first time today. Gives Cheyenne Lopez an extended rest with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Also in
Julia Sabio checks in as well. That one off the mark, no good, and a foul. Thomas went back up and was impeded on the way. Brianna Waldhall picks up her first personal foul. So no more fouls to give for Johnson and Wales for the last 35 seconds here in the first quarter. As Libby Thomas goes to the line for two. Thomas only 47% from the foul line this season. Able to hit the first. Shannon Martin checks in for Johnson and Wales, as well as Justice Wallace. Thomas on the season only averaging 3.2 points per game. A New Brighton, PA native. Able to hit the second one as well. Sabia almost with a steal. Check that, that's Cross. Cross court. Martin chucks up at three. No good. Shot clock is off. 17-14, Beaver leads it. And the Lions are probably going to hold for the last shot here with a three-point advantage. Chambers holds. 10 seconds now. Starts her dribble. Goes to the lane. She might have had a look at it. Sabio on the kick out three, no good. Warmer keeps it alive with three. Has to put it up. It's rejected. Second opportunity. That's blocked as well. And the quarter expires. Two big blocks by Anisha Hankerson. Able to keep it only a three-point deficit from Johnson and Wales after the first quarter. 17-14, Penn State Beaver leads in the quarterfinal round of the USCAA Division II National Championships. It'll be Penn State Beaver ball to start off the second quarter, moving right to left. And a 17-14 lead for the Lady Lions, the number 5 seed in the Division II tournament. Emily Keener with the ball fake, kicks it out to Cross. Cross thought about a 3-2. Instead, she drives, tries to kick it to Chambers at the last second, but it rolls out of bounds. 2-2-1 trap now from Penn State Beaver. In the corner, 3 on the way, in and out, no good on the putback. It's Anisha Hankerson. She's already got 8 points. That one picked off. It's Chase Muhammad coming the other way for Johnson and Wales. Might have got away with a carry there. Off the window, no good. Kick out again. Still no good from Shannon Martin. Alexis Cross of Penn State Beaver. Slowly across midcourt, gives way to Diamond Thomas. Balanced scoring so far for Penn State Beaver. 6 players finding the score sheet. That one off the mark, no good. Hankerson pulls down the board. 4 players on the other side for Johnson and Wales have scored. By Anisha Hankerson with half of Johnson and Wales' points thus far with 8. 17-16. Hankerson can't get it on the block. Thomas in transition. 2-on-3, no numbers. Still attacks the hoop. Kick out to Chambers. Chambers, hesitation move, no good. Lopez gets the offensive rebound. Can't get the roll. Finally, it finds the hands of Thomas. She attacks the hoop and is fouled by Hankerson, and that's going to be her second.
Wildcats foul is on number 32, Anisha Hankerson, her second, team's first. Shooting 2 at the line, Diamond Thomas.
Hankerson already with a big game. See how Johnson and Wales plays this one with those 2 early fouls. Diamond Thomas hits the first foul shot. Well, Hankerson's going to stay in there as Morgan and Covington come back in. Johnson and Wales led by head coach Aram Perunik. As Thomas hits the second one, Perunik is the interim head coach. Was an assistant coach at Presbyterian College, and his wife Kristen is an assistant coach at Queen's University of Charlotte. Hankerson gets the rolling in. Hankerson, the first player for either team to reach double figures. She has a game-high 10 so far. 19-18, Penn State with a tenuous 1-point lead. Chambers can't find the handle at first. Handoff goes to Thomas. Penn State Beaver using a lot of time on the shot clock today. Sound to 7. 5 to shoot. Kick out. Has to get a shot off. Hits the rim. That was Jemiah Chambers. Covington the other way. Draws the foul. Can't get the basket to go. But she'll go to the line for a pair. As Emily Keener picks up her second personal foul. That's the team's first foul here. About a minute and a half, 2.5 minutes gone, I should say, in this second quarter. Covington at the line for the first time today, hits the first. A 70% foul shooter as Anisha Hankerson checks out. Jemiah Monosol checks in for Johnson and Wales for the first time today. Michaela Warmer can't get that pass. It rolls out of bounds. So it continues to be a back and forth affair as Johnson and Wales leads at 20-19. Either team not able to break away quite yet. Wouldn't expect anything less than a 4-5 matchup. That one hits off the backboard. It's Penn State Beaver ball. Diamond Thomas, check that Jemiah Chambers in the front court. Picks up her dribble and gives it to Lopez. Cross on a 3, it's short. Good board there by Monosol. Running out in transition. Goes down the lane. Can't get the roll. Lopez pulls down the rebound. Cross to Thomas. Thomas 1-on-2. Still attacking the hoop with the Euro step, and she's called for the charge. Thomas just picked up her second personal.
Beaver fouls on number 4, Diamond Thomas. Her second, team second.
Still that full court trap for Penn State Beaver. Trying to force Johnson and Wales to use some time off the clock, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. Jada Morgan with another hoop. 5 points for her now.
For the Wildcats, Jada Morgan.
Cross down the left side of the lane. 8 to shoot. And Thomas is fouled attacking the rim. Jemiah Montesol picks up her first. So it'll be Thomas at the line. Both teams with 2 team fouls. First one able to fall for Diamond Thomas. 6 points for her. She leads Penn State in the scoring category so far with those 6 points. Make it 7. 22-21 now. Johnson and Wales leads. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Cross midcourt. Muhammad nearly has it picked off. Coming down with the rebound is Chambers. And a foul is called on Montesol. Her second personal. Still a foul to give for Johnson and Wales. 2 to give for Penn State Beaver with 5.5 to go. That one hit every part of the rim and fell out for Michaela Wormer. Into the soft spot of the zone. Justice Wallace can't get it to fall. Here comes Thomas in transition. Over to Chambers. Oh, great backdoor cut. Running the floor well was Michaela Wormer. Her first basket here in the second quarter. She now has 5. And it's back up to a 23-22 lead now for Penn State Beaver. Covington thought about a 3. Guarded tight on the perimeter. Gets around 3 defenders. Baseline jumper. No good. Offensive board. Long 3 from Muhammad. It's good. Stepped right into it. 4 points for her. 25-23 now. Johnson and Wales in a seesaw affair. That one stripped away on the way up from Alexis Cross. Plenty of numbers for Johnson and Wales. Not able to get the roll is Justice Wallace, but she's able to get the steal. Floating one. That one's no good. Cross plucks it away. Martin slows it down, or check that. Michaela Wormer slows it down momentarily for Penn State Beaver. Goes the Diamond Thomas onto the block for Lopez. Turnaround shot, no good. Chase Muhammad with the easy rebound. Cross court far side. Covington has the baseline, uses it. Hits the back of the rim, no good. There's Diamond Thomas, no good. Good position though by Alexis Cross. And a held ball is called. Arrow favors Johnson and Wales. Couple of subs coming on. And with 3:35 to go, there is timeout on the floor. 25-23, Johnson and Wales leads it in the USCAA quarterfinal round from Penn State Fayette. Out of the timeout, Johnson and Wales walks it across midcourt. Long three from Muhammad. She was feeling it, almost rolled. Anisha Hankerson, who just checked back in, uses a hard skip pass over to Jada Morgan. Can't get it to fall. Floater from Jemiah Chambers is good. It's her first basket of the game. Thomas tries to flow one. It's deflected. Oh, no touch. So it's Johnson and Wales ball with 2:42 to go, second quarter. Wildcats able to break the press. Hankerson holds, has Muhammad with some momentum. Can't get it to fall. Hankerson, offensive rebound. She's fouled. Throws up a shot that almost fell, but she'll go to the line for a pair as Libby Thomas gets her first personal foul.
Thomas, her first. Team's third. Shooting two, Anisha Hankerson.
So Hankerson at the line for the first time today. 10 points already for her in a tie game. That's no longer tied because of that foul shot. 26-25, Johnson and Wales leads. So Emily Keener checks in for the Lady Lions. Hankerson with 11, averages close to 17 a game. You can see why. Great positioning on the offensive glass, able to get a lot of second chance points. And she hits both foul shots despite being a 64% free throw shooter. So 2-point lead for Johnson and Wales, number 4 seed against the 5th seeded Penn State Beaver Lady Lions. Jemiah Chambers in the front court for Penn State. It's to Keener. Keener tries to find a bounce pass, but Muhammad read it perfectly. Chase Muhammad across midcourt now. Left the ball out there, and Jemiah Chambers took it. Thomas, lots of contact. Offensive foul again. So Diamond Thomas picks up her third personal foul with 1:56 to go. And comes out for Alexis Cross to check in. And 2 of Thomas's 3 fouls came via the charge. A little too aggressive on offense. She has to go to the bench. Johnson and Wales looking to capitalize and do so there. Kayla Kent runs the baseline for her first basket. It's a 4-point game. Long 2, it's good from Cheyenne Lopez.
For the Lions, Cheyenne Lopez.
So 29-27 now. Covington tries to go hard. Player hit the floor for Penn State Beaver. Michaela Warmer back up on her feet trying to join the play. Doesn't matter, though, because a big 3 from Jemiah Chambers. 5 points now for her. Kayla Warmer shook up on the play. Libby Thomas checks in. Penn State Beaver now back up to a 1-point lead. Under a minute to go. Hankerson trying to go to work. She's fouled. Basket, count it. Cheyenne Lopez picks up her second personal. Hankerson with 14 points with a chance to make it 15.
Number 25, Cheyenne Lopez, her second. Shooting 1, Anisha Hankerson.
Hankerson a perfect 2 for 2 at the foul line early on. Can't get that one to fall. This one deflected. Stays in the front court of the Penn State Beaver. 28 seconds to go in the half. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Cross tries her drive. Hands it off to Chambers. Chambers with the kick out. 10 to shoot. 7 to shoot now. Launching a 3, it's no good, was Emily Keener. Shot clock's off. 7 seconds to go. Tipped away from Cross. 2 seconds. Muhammad has to put up a desperation shot that falls well short. And after 20 minutes of play, not much separation between these two teams. It's a 31-30 Johnson & Wales lead at the half. Anisha Hankerson with 14 points for the Wildcats. Diamond Thomas with 7 for the Lady Lions. We'll be right back with the second half after this. Getting ready for the second half of action here at Penn State Fayette. 31-30, Johnson & Wales leaves it at halftime. A little bit of a false start here. Second quarter, or second half, I should say. Now we got that all squared away. Take a look at some halftime stat. Anisha Hankerson already has a double-double for Johnson & Wales. She has 14 points and 10 rebounds. 8 of her 10 rebounds have come on the offensive side of the glass. As Penn State Beaver starts off possession, moving left to right. 18 turnovers for the Lady Lions in that first half alone. Penn State Beaver coming in today averaged 20 turnovers in a game. Hook shot at the shot clock winding down, no good for Diamond Thomas. And it's Chase Muhammad that controls, going the other way. Neither team shot the ball exceptionally well in that first half. Penn State Beaver shot 28% from the floor as there's a three that gets knocked down by Chase Muhammad.
3 for Kayla Kent.
Check that, it was Kayla Kent. She's got 5 points. There's a three the other way. Trying to counter was Keener and cannot. Neither can Cross. Covington pulls down the board. Penn State Beaver shot 28% from the floor in that first half, but shot 45% from beyond the arc, went 5 of 11. Johnson Wales on the other side, 32% from the floor and only hit 1 of 9 beyond the arc, and a tough layup there by Bianca Covington. 8 points for her now. And a timeout taken. By Penn State Beaver. And that'll take us to immediate timeout as well. A minute and a half in, and it's a quick 4-0 run, or 5-0 run, I should say, for Johnson & Wales here in the quarterfinal round of the USCAA National Championships. Out of the timeout, Penn State controls in the front court. Lady Lions from the Beaver Branch campus, trailing by 6 early on in the second half. It's 31-30 at halftime, so a quick 5-0 run for Johnson & Wales. Hankerson on the block. 3 defenders around her, it doesn't matter. 16 for her now. It seems like right now the timeout hasn't worked for Sean Strickland, the head coach of Penn State Beaver, in his second season with the Lady Lions. As Cross passes up on a 3, and then she'll chuck it up from the other side. That's no good, but good positioning by Diamond Thomas on the offensive glass, and she kicks it out to Keener with a fresh 30. That one's stripped away from Cheyenne Lopez by Bianca Covington. And here's Chase Muhammad for Johnson & Wales. Entry pass denied. Gets a ball back. Keener on the seat of her pants throws it right back to Muhammad. Active hands and a 3 the other way. No good. Hankerson tries to track it down, but instead Chambers gets there first for Penn State Beaver. Keener on the give and go. Can't get it to fall. That one nearly in the hands of Thomas, who has to be careful with 3 personal fouls. Muhammad holds, offset to the right. 15 to shoot, slowing the offense down a little bit. Guarded tightly, gets around one defender. Probably got away with a travel there. But Covington, Chase Muhammad, able to pick up points 5 and 6, and a full timeout from Penn State Beaver as the Lady Lions have yet to score here in the second half. Another immediate timeout. We'll be right back. Johnson and Wales up 10. Penn State Beaver in the front court out of the timeout. Kayla Kent for Johnson & Wales heading back to the locker room, was stretching in that media timeout. Needs further medical attention over the trainer's table. Taking a look at her leg. Penn State Beaver misses that one. Hankerson on the block. Deflected out of bounds, last touched by the Wildcats. Coming up after the conclusion of this one, it'll be Davis College against Central Maine Community College. Tipped pass, coming away with it is Covington. Easy 2 for her. She now has 10. Second player to reach double figures for either side, another turnover. Muhammad with a 3, too strong. Here comes Thomas the other way. That one's no good. Here comes Covington the other way. No numbers absolutely at all for Johnson & Wales. And Muhammad's going to put up a long 3. Off the mark, no good to the left. Now when skitters out of bounds. 5:03 to go here in the third quarter. Libby Thomas checks in for Penn State Beaver. The Lady Lions have still not been able to score here midway through the third quarter. It's been an 11-0 run for Johnson & Wales through the first 5+ minutes. Cross in the corner. No good. Penn State Beaver shot really well in the first half beyond the arc, and finally Cheyenne Lopez puts a stop to the run with 4:36 to go in the third quarter. It's almost 5.5 minutes before Penn State Beaver was able to buy a basket in the second half. Hankerson has it blocked, but a foul is called on Michaela Warmer. I'll check that. They're going to get. Well, they are going to get Warmer for her first. So Hankerson at the line for the 4th and 5th time today. 2 of 3, make it 3 of 4. 17 points for Anisha Hankerson. She reaches her average. Second one's no good. And a reach-in foul called on Justice Wallace. Wallace picks up her second. Open underneath is Warmer. Breaking the press. 7 points for her now. Penn State Beaver trying to go on a run of its own. Jumper, nothing but net from Jada Morgan. She also has 7. Back up to a double-digit lead for Johnson and Wales. The 4th-seeded Wildcats from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thomas DeCross around the horn to Lopez. She drives. Kick-out pass to Chambers. Now it goes to Cross. Good positioning by Lopez. Has it blocked by Hankerson, but a foul is called. Hankerson got her on the forearm on the way up, and that's Hankerson's 3rd personal. With 3.5 to go, 3rd quarter. That one too strong. From Cheyenne Lopez at the line for the first time tonight, this afternoon. A 63% foul shooter. Junior averaging close to 9 points a game. Can't get the second to fall either. From Roswell, New Mexico. That one too strong, pulled down by Jemiah Chambers. Corner 3, no good. Covington with the easy board. Goes to Chase Muhammad. Muhammad on the wing, drives. 3-second violation called against Johnson and Wales, so a turnover. And Penn State Beaver with possession, down 11. A little over 2.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Rob Longo with you here at Penn State Fayette. 2nd quarterfinal game, still 2 more to come on the docket. Both semifinal games tomorrow with the championship to be had on Wednesday. Already one team in the quarterfinals, that's Penn State Lehigh Valley, the 3 seed beating Warren Wilson earlier today, as Muhammad is fouled and will go to the line for 2. Penn State Lehigh Valley defeating Warren Wilson, 88-85. As Warmer picks up her 2nd personal. Pretty clean quarter here for both teams. Only 2 team fouls each as Muhammad hits the first. She now has 7. Muhammad averaging almost 16 points a game between her and Anisha Hankerson. That's the majority of the scoring for the Wildcats. Muhammad hits the 2nd one, and she'll be subbed out for Kayla Kent, who comes back with her left knee taped. Active hands, Covington comes away with a steal. And she's fouled from behind by Alexis Cross, trying to make up for her mistake. So Covington goes to the line for 2.
Beaver fouls on number 12, Alexis Cross, her first.
So Covington back to the line. for the third and fourth time today. Now has 11 after that made foul shot. A perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line. The 5'4" senior from Bennettsville, South Carolina. Able to hit the second one as well. Another turnover. Covington with quick 4 points. And that forces a full timeout, or 30-second timeout, I should say, from Penn State Beaver. The Lions only have one left the rest of the way. 51-34, Johnson & Wales leads it now, inflating it up to a 17-point lead. The winner of this one gets the winner of today's 4 o'clock game. That's against top-seeded Villa Maria College from Buffalo, New York, and 9th-seeded Penn State Fayette. Penn State Fayette beat Southern Maine Community College yesterday morning 67-62 to qualify for the quarterfinal round. Semifinals will be played at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on Tuesday here in the main arena on the Eberly campus. The winner of this game will play at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Championship set for Wednesday at 2. Meanwhile, Warren Wilson, with the loss earlier today to Lehigh Valley, is in the consolation bracket. They'll play in the auxiliary gym at noon tomorrow and will face the loser of our next game between Davis and Central Maine Community College. Meanwhile, here at Penn State Beaver trying to claw back into this one, down 17 with a little under 2 minutes to go. Open look for Lopez from 3, too strong. Racing out in front of everybody was Justice Wallace. Her first basket makes it a 19-point game. Johnson & Wales smelling blood in the water and an offensive foul called on a moving screen by Michaela Warmer. That's her third personal.
Johnson & Wales fouls on number 42, Shannon White. Correction, Penn State Beaver foul on Michaela Warmer, her third.
Covington left open on the corner, but wisely uses some time off the clock with a comfortable 19-point lead. Still 14 to shoot. Spotting up a 3 on the other side is Jada Morgan. No good. Rebound pulled down by Covington. She resets with a fresh 30. Kenneth backed up by the logo. Covington pump faking a 3 just for show. 13 to shoot. Kent on the kick out to Morgan. Entry pass. Quick release by Wallace, no good. Covington with another offensive rebound. 11-second difference between shot clock and game clock, and Covington with 2 big offensive boards. Killing a lot of time off this third quarter clock. Covington down the lane, kick out. Morgan picks up her dribble, goes to Justice Wallace on the block. 10 to shoot. It's turned over. Here comes Lopez. Not a whole lot of numbers. Tries to throw one forward. And Johnson & Wales can't quite hold off as it remains Penn State Beaver ball. 14 seconds to go, third quarter. Goes to Keener. Keener trying to use a screen. It goes to Julia Sabio. Sabio has it deflected. 6 seconds to go. Thomas starts her dribble. Guarded tight by Covington. 2 seconds. Has to put up a shot, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 as Justice Wallace just picked up her third personal foul.
Justice Wallace, her third. Shooting at the line, Diamond Thomas.
So Diamond Thomas at the line today. It's been pretty strong despite missing that one. Now 4 for 7. Penn State Beavers struggled mightily here in the third quarter, only scoring 5 points. 1 second on the clock. A last second heave that's going to be well short. And it's a 53-35 advantage for Johnson & Wales heading into the final quarter of play here in the Division II quarterfinals.
Fourth quarter possession.
An impressive third quarter from Johnson & Wales, 27 points. Wildcats only had 34 in the first half alone. Outracing Penn State Beaver 27-5 in the third quarter. Sets up an 18-point advantage for Johnson & Wales to presumably roll on into the semifinal round, but Anisha Hankerson shuffles the feet on the block and is called for a travel. Johnson & Wales doing a really good job getting in the passing lanes, deflecting passes. It's created a whole mess of turnovers. Almost nearly one there by Muhammad. Cross gets bumped but kicks it out to Jemiah Chambers. Lopez back out to Chambers. Cross court to Alexis Cross. Around the horn, Penn State goes. Only 3 to shoot. Someone has to get a shot off. At the buzzer, it doesn't hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation. Penn State Beaver comes back out in the trap. Hankerson holds. There's 4 seconds to get it across midcourt. Have to go quick and finally do so. Shannon Martin wide open in the corner, but an errant pass by Jada Morgan. Well off the mark. Jokes with the bench a little bit, saying she's too strong. Keener in the front court for Penn State. Now over to Cheyenne Lopez, cross court near side. To the corner. Good rotation on a 2-3 zone from Johnson & Wales, and a good closeout there, but Keener gets the offensive board. Kick out. Keener misses that one as well. Hankerson gets another rebound. Could be close to maybe a 20-20 game. She has 17 points, had a double-double at the half with 14 points and 10 rebounds. Muhammad with a 3. No good, off the mark to the right. Penn State Beaver trying to run and get back into this one. That one is short. Hankerson gets the board. Lopez got rolled up on. Three from Shannon Martin, no good. Hankerson able to pull down the board, but a scrappy play by Alexis Cross ensues a tie-up. And the arrow points in favor of Penn State Beaver. Michaela Warmer checks in for Cheyenne Lopez. Still a little gimpy coming to the bench. Seems to be all right. Bianca Covington checks back in for Shannon Martin. Thomas across midcourt with 8 points today for Penn State Beaver. Pretty balanced scoring for the Lady Lions. Thomas is the leading scorer right now for Penn State Beaver with 8 points. On the wing, 10 seconds to shoot. Cross court to Emily Keener. That one picked off nearly by Muhammad. 5 to shoot. Long three, it's in. Michaela Warmer with a hand in her face gets it to rattle home. She's got 10 points and is now the leading scorer for Penn State Beaver coming off the bench. Muhammad holds near midcourt, nursing a 15-point lead and a bump there by Cross. Her second personal. It's only the first team foul. In case Penn State Beaver is able to get back within striking distance and then have to foul to extend the game. That one ripped right out of the hands of Muhammad. Thomas with the bounce pass. That one stripped away, coming the other way by Kayla Kent. A foul on a three-point shot by Muhammad. Almost nearly a 4-point play. So Muhammad picks up her first personal on the little too close of a closeout. So Keener goes for 3. She's an 80% free throw shooter on the season and sinks the first. Keener now with 4. Misses that one. Freshman averaging 10 points a game from Utica, Ohio. Went to Utica High School. Lopez back in the game. Mariah Chambers is out. Justice Wallace comes back in for Johnson and Wales. And the third foul shot's no good. So Keener goes 1 of 3 at the foul line despite being an 80% free throw shooter on the season. Hankerson trying to break the press, throws it away. (53-39), Johnson and Wales leads it. With under 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Cross court far side to Emily Keener. Back to Michaela Warmer. She puts up a 3. It's off the mark, no good. And a foul away from the basketball is called on Jada Morgan. Morgan gets her first personal. Team foul number 2. With 6:17 to play. Cross is wide open on the inbounds play, but can't hit the corner 3. Good rebound by Diamond Thomas. Can't get the putback to go. Thomas able to come down with it again. Hook shot is short. Hankerson finally controls and gives way to Jada Morgan. Muhammad walks it across midcourt with under 6 minutes to go in regulation. Johnson and Wales more than content with dribbling this one out for the most part, but a steal by Diamond Thomas. Thomas stops and pops from 16 feet. No good. Able to keep it is Warmer, and she's fouled going up on the shot with 5:39 to play. So that foul's on Muhammad, her second personal. Team's third of the quarter. And at the line is Warmer for the first time today, an 86% foul shooter. Freshman averaging 5 points a game. Make that 11, so doubled her average and then some. From Jackson Center, Pennsylvania. Went to Lakeview High School. Second one is good as well. So 12 points for Michaela Warmer, pacing the way for Penn State Beaver thus far. Hankerson in the middle of the trap, decides to dribble across midcourt, is doubled, but passes out of it to Muhammad. Morgan on the wing, holds, Covington gets a screen, throws it to Wallace at the last second, can't get the and one, but she'll go to the line for 2 as Emily Keener picks up her third personal. Team foul number 3. Check that, only the second team foul. So Wallace at the line for the first time this afternoon. 75% at the free throw line this season. Picks up her third point, the 5'9" junior from Concord, North Carolina. Second one is short.
One for Justice Wallace.
Keener pulls down the board. She'll take it across midcourt, telegraphs that pass, and a hold is called on Wallace. That's going to be her fourth personal.
Johnson and Wales fouls on number 1, Justice Wallace, her fourth.
Kayla Kent will check back in for Johnson and Wales.
Back in the game for the Wildcats, Kayla Kent.
Kickball violation. Diamond Thomas on the inbounds here. Gives it to Emily Keener. Back to Thomas. Thomas travels. Covington across midcourt. Thought about attacking the rim, but didn't like her odds with 3 defenders in front of her. This one is an over and back violation with 4:52 to go. Takes us to our final media timeout with 54-41. Johnson & Wales leads it in the USCAA Division II quarterfinal round. It's a 13-point lead for Johnson & Wales, 4:52 to go here in regulation. Rob Longo with you at the Penn State Fayette Eberly campus for the 2019 USCAA National Championships Division II quarterfinal round. That one off the mark from Michaela Warmer. Johnson & Wales elects to save it just to keep the clock moving. Hankerson on the block, gets around one defender, doesn't need to get around another. She goes up and in with it. 19 points for Anisha Hankerson, the 6-foot junior. Averaging 17 points a game this season. As Johnson & Wales packs it in with a 2-3 zone. In and out game working for Penn State Beaver, but no results. Offensive board. Strong off the glass, no good. Hankerson with another rebound. Muhammad walks it across midcourt. Covington on the wing, flips it back up to Chase Muhammad. To Hankerson, inside out game now for Johnson & Wales. Corner 3, nothing but net for Kayla Kent. 8 points for her with a pair of triples on the afternoon. And it's an 18-point lead for Johnson & Wales, 3.5 to go. Alexis Cross calls bank. 6 points for her. Banks one in from the corner. 59-44 now. Timeout called by Johnson & Wales. Covington was in a little bit of trouble. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the 4th seed Johnson & Wales. 16-8 overall, 6-2 in the EMAC coming into today. Johnson & Wales hasn't played since February 23rd. That was a 60-46 win over Apprentice School. who was the top seed in the Eastern Metro Athletic Conference tournament, beat him in the title game. Chase Muhammad had a game-high 26 points and was named the tournament MVP. Anisha Hankerson had a double-double. She had 14 points, 12 rebounds. And Bianca Covington had a game-high 14 rebounds. Not bad for a 5'4" senior from Bennettsville, South Carolina. The inbounds goes to the far side to Kayla Kent. She's doubled immediately, but able to dribble out of it. Slings it to Hankerson at the foul line. She can't control it. Finally comes down with the ball, and ripping it away was Cheyenne Lopez. Lopez didn't have possession. She gives it up. Extra pass to the corner, swatted by Kayla Kent. Kent backtracking, had that one read all the way off the hands of Emily Keener. Thomas on the inbounds. Up top to Alexis Cross. Lopez on the wing. Loading up a three is Warmer. No good, too strong. Ball last touched by Chase Muhammad, though, so possession stays with Penn State Beaver as the Lady Lions trail by 15. Three on the way, no good for Emily Keener. Johnson Wales walks this one across midcourt with 2.5 to play. So our next game will be a little bit behind. 2 o'clock start time. Hankerson up and in. 21 for her. By far a game high. 61-44. Open three from Alexis Cross, no good. Warmer trying to trace it down. She let it go, thinking that was going to be Penn State Beaver ball. Couple of subs for both teams coming on. Under 2 minutes to go. Jada Morgan back up to Chase Muhammad. Muhammad off the rim, no good. The shot clock did not reset. So 27 on the shot clock, 1:37 on the game clock. Johnson Wales continues to hold in the front court with a 17-point lead. Three on the way, no good from Shannon Martin. Cleaning up the offensive glass. That is Jemiah Monosol. Her first basket of the game. And Monosol picks up another rebound. Going across midcourt. Passes it to Martin. Open look for Jada Morgan. She passes up on it. Back to Martin with a three. Shannon Martin's first basket. And it's a 22-point lead in the final minute for Johnson and Wales. Deflection goes out of bounds. Three from Diamond Thomas, no good. Sabia pulls down the board. Two on the way, or three, I should say, for Warmer. No good. About a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Martin's going to keep shooting. Shot clock off now. With 25 seconds to play. Thomas picks up her dribble. Hits a turnaround shot. Doesn't get it to fall. Lopez able to get it, though.
For the Lions, Cheyenne Lopez.
Lopez with 9. 10 seconds to go, and it'll be Johnson and Wales moving on. with a 66-46 lead, or win I should say, over Penn State Beaver.
66. Penn State Beaver 46.
Johnson and Wales will play tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The winner of Villa Maria College and Penn State
Coming
Fayette.
up in about 25
And
minutes,
Penn State
Central
Beaver
Maine Community
will move
College
into the
and
consolation
Davis
bracket
College.
and play tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the auxiliary gym. We'll be back in 25 minutes for our next semifinal game here at the USCAA National Championships.